ACES and the Children's Resilience Initiative.
We're talking about adverse childhood experiences.
So what kinds of lifelong physical, mental, emotional, behavioral outcomes of ACEs are we talking about?
Some of the things that can be affected when someone goes through a traumatic situation can be the thinking, the social, and the mental health of a person.
So the more ACEs that you have, it increases your chances of screwing up as an adult.
There are 9 ACEs.
Physical abuse.
That much of the sexual abuse that goes on within families and within extended families.
Verbal abuse is something very serious.
Right now, many of the kids in our valley are having the experience of not having their basic needs met.
When a parent is mentally ill with depression or anxiety, this causes the child to have to fend for themselves. When a parent is addicted to substances, their priorities are not in order.
It's very clear that for a child to witness domestic violence can be extremely impactful.
My parents divorced when I was 2, and I had 5 stepfathers, and I never had a positive male role model.
89% of the kids who are in juvie in Walla have a family member in jail.
We're going to look at how early childhood experience shape how our brain develops.
Research shows that people who've been through trauma, their brains are physically different from other people who haven't been through trauma.
The cortex is the center for thinking and judgment. If ACEs like sexual abuse occur in early childhood, the cortex is actually changed. This change affects the child's later ability to think things through and to have good judgment.
So it's growing up, we need our laughs, we need our hugs, we need our kisses, we need our food, we need a nice blanket to keep warm.
Another way to talk about resilience is the word thrive. How does a child thrive? We asked Blue Ridge teachers that question, and we were so amazed to find out that of all the teachers, we got 5 words: love, curious, fed, read to at home, and you add the 5th one. What does a thriving child look like to you?
Look at the boxes on the left. No ACEs, and the chances of health and behavior problems are slight. Look at the center box and see the increases in problems as ACEs increase. The boxes on the right tell a story that no one wants to see happening in their own family.
But there is hope. As parents, we can work to reduce the number of ACEs in our children's lives, and we can also work to create the kind of resilience.
Resilience, and that just means the ability to recover, move on, get up, keep going.
To rise above the ACEs that they do have.
Being effective with that self-esteem in one's own world, where they live and where they play.
We are living proof that you don't have to be a prisoner of your past. After the ACEs presentation was when it was like a wake-up call to me. It was time for me my life was not going anywhere. It's time for me to wake up and stop being the victim and start being a role model, start being a human. I feel like I can live now. I'm out of my shell. I don't have to hide. I don't have to be the victim. If I'm gonna help my son, I have to help myself first. You have to want to wake up. You have to want to change. And I wanted more for my children than what I had.
The Children's Resilience Initiative, empowering community understanding of the forces that shaped us and our children. shifting our attention from band-aids to solutions in how we serve our children, through a framework that builds understanding that resilience in children results in healthy adults and community.